Hi everyone, Christine Serafini, Miranda Real Estate Group licensed real estate salesperson. Right now I'm just working on some ways and kind of masterminding this market and how buyers are struggling with securing their homes and putting their best foot forward with offers and still not getting them. But here's the facts right now. Our inventory is really low. We're down about 50% in the city of Schenectady alone. And our buyer pool is probably 6 to 8 times what's available out there. So we're actually seeing the traffic through homes 6 to 8 times more than typical. And those are just high level numbers, but I'm masterminding here with my little, my big notebook and trying to develop and think about 5 things that if you're a buyer right now in this market, these are maybe 5 strategies that can work, have worked. But again, being competitive, we have to be competitive with our offers. But here's the thing. Buyers need to be putting their best foot forward, of course. Buyers need to be advised by myself and or a realtor working for them that this is the market that they're in the demographic, in the school district, and this is how quickly homes are selling. It's really competitive, and buyers are getting beat up. They're getting very emotional. It's very hard. They're giving up, and I just say don't give up as a buyer. Continue to work with your realtor. Really know that you're putting your best foot forward. Many of these offers that are coming in, I have listings too, and when those multiple offers come in, people are bidding $20, $30, $40,000 over list price. Now that doesn't mean that the realtors have not priced this right. It just means that demand is driving the need for that home, and that buyer is willing to pay all of that money up and beyond list price. And at the end of the day, the only person that determines the value of a home is a buyer. And, a lot of times you worry about appraisal and the buyer, we want to have the buyer make the best informed decision, put forth their best effort and their best. It's not all about number, it's about terms, right? So your deposit needs to be maybe 2 or 3 times the normal deposit that's typically made. Your pre-approval letter should be the day that you're making the offer, should be with the address that you're making the offer on. You should be continually in touch with your lender to say, hey, we're going to look at 2 houses this evening. Here they are. I want to be leveraged. Let's have those pre-approvals ready for each one of those homes. You should know the tax bills. You should have your numbers, all known prior to going in with that leverage. That's how quickly, if you want to make a decision, you should really be leveraged to know the decision you're making isn't just the thrill of maybe winning a bid, but it's long-term financial commitment that you're making, that you're saying, I can put my name to this, I can afford this, and this is exactly what I want. And many times exactly what you want when you're competing doesn't happen. People are bidding way, way over list price. They're paying out-of-pocket money for up and beyond what even a bank appraiser will say that home is worth. And that's okay to do. That's okay to do, but again, is it the best choice for you as a buyer? If you're going to live there long term, you see yourself there 15, 20, 25 years, that may be worth it for you to pay $15, $20, $30,000 over list price. But if you're buying this home and you think it's a first home, it may be a stepping stone into a bigger home, or you're empty nesting. Everybody has their different reasons for purchasing a home. But if you're only going to be there 2 or 3 years, there's no crystal ball of what we can say that the market is going to be in 2 or 3 years. We just need to make the best informed decision, and you put your best foot forward. God forbid you buy that home 2 years later, unfortunately, maybe you lose a job, or maybe excitingly, you get a job relocation and you want to go sell that home. That home may not be worth what you bought it for today. And I'm not saying it's still not worth it to you to do that, but I'm saying be mindful of that. So another thing that you can do for leverage for your offer to be accepted, you can consider maybe waiving a contingency. Now, I do not suggest this, but it's been given to me on listings that I've had that buyers have waived their home inspection contingency. That's solely, again, up to you, and us as advisors of realtor. As a realtor, try to provide you with the best informed information about the house and try to help you make the best informed decision. So ultimately, that is your decision, and if that is leverage that you want to go in with that offer, then by all means, as a realtor, we know that we've advised you, but also we'll stand by you and do what you want us to do. So a couple things there. You want 2 to 3 times larger deposit, right? You want an on the same day pre-approval for the address that you're making the offer. You want that accompanied with the offer. Possibly you may consider waiving home inspections. You may want to increase the money down on your loan. Make more of a bigger down payment if you can, and if that's afforded to you, you may want to do that. You may want to write a letter. Now, of course, within fair housing guidelines and regulations, but you may want to be a little bit emotional about how you felt, how the home was, and how well cared for it was, or how it suits your needs. That may be important to you, but again, that may not be important to a seller. So we need to have those conversations. Terms of closing are huge. Really, really, really understand where that seller's going and what timeline they're looking for. You need to be leveraged with that information. That seller's date of close, you need to accept that. Not come in with your date of close. Your date of close is not important. The seller is going to have multiple offers most likely to consider. So that closing date for the seller is going to be important for you to be flexible for. So I know it's a hard market. These past couple weeks for buyers have been treacherous. Buyers are getting beat up. Realtors, hey, we are writing offers over offers, and that's okay. That's what we do for you, and we advise. But I would just say stick with it. More homes are coming on the market. June 1st, 2021 today. A lot more is going to be hitting the market, but be patient. Always put your best foot forward and stay within your limits. And if you want to exceed your limits, as long as you're comfortable, that's okay too. I'm not saying don't do that, but just be mindful of just the pulse of this market. And it is extremely competitive. And don't make your offer. Here's another thing. I heard this a couple weeks ago, and I really feel the vibe of this. Don't make your offer in a sense that you just want to win the bid. Think of this long term. This is one of the biggest investments you're ever going to make. And just to win the bid or the thrill of competition, I'm one of them. Listen, I love to win, but it's not always about winning. You have to think long term. You have to think, is this what I want long term? And do I see myself, being able to sustain the financial responsibility of it? So I hope this helps. Just a little information I wanted to get out there to buyers. And just stick with it. Just be as strong as you can. Get yourself with your realtor. Know that your realtor is working for you, not against you. We take a lot of time to write those offers and really dive into the market analysis of what that home is worth, not just look at the list price and say, hey, you got to pay this or more. So hope that helps, and I hope you have a great day. And if anybody has questions, Christine Serafini, Miranda Real Estate Group, 518-514-8830. Always remember, Serafini sells homes. Thanks.